My name is Rich Risto, and I am a stranger in a strange land, and today I am by the west gate of Hohai University. The street here, if you go down this way, you end up at Wanda Plaza, and there are lots of little tiny restaurants that my university students eat at, as is the same in terms of little tiny restaurants that Chinese university students eat at down this busy road here. And again, that being the west gate of Hohai. Now, a few things I kind of want to look at today. Well, that guy is one of the only homeless people in Xinbei. So this is Chongzhou, Xinbei district, and I'm here to look at, I think that's supposed to be a camel. So these are shrubberies shaped like animals. If you look at the street, you don't see this guy because the head is turned to face the street, but the hump here suggests that this dude is also a camel. Now, this guy here looks like a dog or a tiger, or I don't know what, but he's clearly eating the trees. And again, don't know what sort of animal or dinosaur, which you will see later, this guy is here. So anyway, this whole thing here is just one little bit of peculiarity regarding the greater area around Chongzhou's Hohai campus. But I'm going to go on campus and I want to just look at a few more oddities. Two e-bike riders arguing with each other. Okay, so now we're on the other side of the west gate. Seems like the argument between the two e-bike dudes has been resolved. This building here, this is the campus's gymnasium. I've been in there maybe twice, I think once to give a sort of TED Talk sort of thing, and there are basketball courts and badminton nets in here. But in terms of campus oddities and weirdness, really not much to be had there. By the way, the tower over there, that's the Xinbei Media Tower. I did do a prior video on that. Okay, this is a side view of the gym, but that's not what I'm really sort of concerned about here. This wouldn't be China or a Chinese university campus without some little garden aspects thrown in here. What you're seeing here, this is lotus, and I'm filming this at the beginning of June, which means lotus blooms are coming into being. Now, if we go back this way and follow the footpath, what you will be seeing up here on my left is a pavilion. Just a place, I guess, where young college boyfriends and girlfriends or whatever hang out and make smoochy face. It's going to be interesting as the summer goes on, where these lotuses sort of start growing up a little bit more. And then you can see off in the distance again is the Chongzhou Media Tower, which, as I said in the previous video, really is a dominant feature on the Xinbei landscape. Now, the Nanjing campus has a lot more statuary of historical figures in the more than 100 years that Hohai has been around. But that's the Nanjing campus. Changzhou's been here a little more than 30 years, and in a couple years this campus is going to close because the buildings, as you can see, or in other videos about this university that I teach at, are kind of old and crumbly, and they're going to move on. So here's another sort of, I haven't figured this out, I think there's a name on it. I think. But you know, here you have Chinese guy gesturing off to the future, old man with a cane, and some birds. Speaking of birds, there's something over there. Okay, so this is a birdhouse, and by that I don't mean Tony Hawk's skateboarding company. Looks like there's some pigeons up on top. It's really kind of hard to see through here, but you know, there are some birds, of which I can't figure out, and what looks like a lot of poop. Speaking of which, am I stepping on any poop? I've never heard the students ever talk about this place, which why I'm classing it as a Hohai oddity. And perhaps, I don't know, the other thing is, here we have a peacock. What I haven't seen, that looks like a peacock, that may be a pheasant. What are no longer here are the really, really loud, obnoxious geese. So either a better home was found for those geese, or they got turned into noodle soup. Okay, so the earlier mentioned statue, the bird habitat, and the ever-present Changzhou Media Tower, that's over here. But like, I'm gonna end this video with what is probably the most signature thing on this campus. Now, this building behind these trees, that's the teaching building. I'm actually making this video to kill time before my class starts. But here we have some more bushes, but this is on campus as opposed to off, resembling animals. These specifically, I'm told, are meant to be dinosaurs. So I used to always joke that that one there is a baby dinosaur, and this one here is kind of like a mama dinosaur looking after her young, or they're fighting and she's gonna bite him in the head. And then lastly, you have this bigger dude over here. Now, for whatever reason, Changzhou has identified itself as Dragon City, and one of the signature theme parks here, actually not that far from this university, is Dinosaur Park. But the one thing I can tell you is that a few years ago, somebody who worked for the BBC that actually used to teach at this university back in 2000 came for a visit, and her and I took a walk around, and she was very happy to see these guys, because they were here when she was here back in 2020, now as of this filming, 21 years ago, back when this campus was in the middle of nowhere, and Xinbei was just basically open farmland and not the urban center that it now is. Alright, that does it for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you like to wander around like I do, until next time, safe travels.